What's good, everybody? This your boy D Money. We on another episode of A Lot of Fashion podcast, and what we're going to get into today is business models. Now, first and foremost, business models should come before your business plan. Whether you are presenting your ideas to investors, or starting a new business, or even looking for just general funding for your business, the business models will be your best friend because it will help you inside and out of your business. So make sure that you like and also subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you also um, download this episode so that way, more people can tap in to a lot of fashion and get these business gems. First and foremost, customer segments. Who is your customer? We as marketers hate selling everything to everyone. So identifying who will be your key customers and group, your community or audience, um, understanding their pain points, demographics, their buyer behavior and other relative characteristics, buyer personas would be super helpful for this part. This helps you understand who your target audience is. Understanding, their behaviors, understanding who they are in and out as a person, so that way you know what type of products or services to present to them. Number two is value propositions. What makes you better than others? This is key. This is where you will challenge yourself. To compete and be profitable, your leads need to choose your business over others. But why? You only know it can be your, price. You can't be your price, um, because bigger companies would, cut their prices until you go out of business. For this part, the first thing you need to do is to understand and identify key decision making features in your industry. For example, Uber, your app interface should be your user friendly, more user friendly than Lyft's is, and drivers should be more professional and be better trained than Lyft's is. These criteria depend on your business and industry, but idea is the same. You know what I'm saying? You need to be better than your competitors. Link value propositions to your customer, segments, because that will help you to understand and put yourself in better market niches. If you have these three segments, attached to each customer as far as their needs and pain points, you can, have three different value propositions. Number three is channels. How will you and, your employees and your business communicate your value propositions? What are you marketing? What are your marketing tools? Some answers might be social media out, to be specific, what social media channels, paid advertisements, distribution channels, um, you know, print advertising, and more. But the whole key thing is like, how are you going to get your values out to your customer? That means, what social media channels are you going to use? What, sponsorships or, brand ambassadors, your target audience. These things are key as well too, because it helps you to identify how you're going to reach and touch your, customer, and even have them engage with your business on a day-to-day basis. Number four is revenue streams. How will you make money? How will your business make money? This is where you explain your revenue streams. Uh, you know, will you wholesale? Will you, have an e-commerce website? Will you, do a brick and mortar store? Will you have add-on service? Or, will you have different services for your business? And will, you operate in a business space, or, at home? In other words, explain what your primary, secondary, and additional revenue sources will be. You can link your revenue streams to your, value propositions, customer segments. You know what I'm saying? You may want to offer, customized products and solutions to, certain customers and customer segments, just so that way you can offer more and relate to different, you know, communities. Your Say, for example, your coffee shop may want to, sell carriers for 50 cents, another revenue stream, just so that way your customers that come and do pickup orders can, come through and they'll purchase, something else in order to, help them, but also help your profits grow. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep things like that in mind. Just like us here at Dreams of Rulers, what we do is we have NFTs. We have, um, not just where we sell collections, but we also have brand apparel as well too. We also, don't even just sell products, but we also have another revenue stream where we do, of course, web series content and podcast content. So it's just a matter of finding different ways where you can tap in, not only for yourself but also for your business as well too. So that way, uh, you never fall off. Number 5 is customer relations. How will you interact with your customers? Again, this depends on your business. If you are a business to business, then you would, have salespeople, dedicated to the customers that you're trying to reach. Think, about your sales process starting from the initial step. If you are selling online, your leads, what would you start searching online? Then what would you go and put on your website to find, that information that, your customers are trying to find? What would there be, a chat option? What type of chat option would you have? Would you use AI for the chat option? Would you have customer service reps for the chat option? You know what I'm saying? Do you want them to, call or submit a contact form? You know what I'm saying? After the first contact, who will follow up with them? You know what I'm saying? Do this until your sales product and service and other things are considered after, purchase experience with the customer. So that way, you can stay tapped in with them. And then, when you're saying, you have different offers and things like that, when you put it out there to them, you can, reach them and they feel like, one of their family members is tapping in with them instead of a complete stranger. You know what I'm saying? Will you add, clients to a newsletter? Will you even contact them with any issue as far as services or products? Number 6, key activities. What are the activities that would enable you to deliver your value proposition? Let's go back to your value proposition, okay? And think about, or say, for example, you're a coffee shop. You identified, a few criteria: freshness, speed, and quality, that you think, you can do a better job than your competitors. Well, that's easier said than done. How? This again is where you challenge yourself. For speed, you can say, my competitors have 3 employees. I have one more or even 2 more than my competitors. And then, deliver faster service. And then you need to raise your, prices to make up for that added cost. For freshness, you could work with, local roasters or, local roast in-house manufacturers to, ensure freshness and, grind coffee beans only when you are ready to serve. So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to take these small little details and add it to the industry that you're in and implement it in your day-to-day routine, habits, and tasks for not only yourself but your employees, so that way they have something to fall back on as far as keeping things in a disciplined and a consistent manner. Number 7 is key resources. Who or what are your key resources? This is very important because, say for example, me, I don't have that many resources, just because of, uh, personal issues, and then also, what I'm saying, uncontrollable things. But at the same time, um, if you have you have your, personal agenda in order, and, you don't have, certain things conflicting you as far as, like, credit, finances, things like that, then uh, you can actually tap in, and use certain things like, capital from grants and, loans for your business, and even get a credit line that is substantial, that you can use in order to, fund major projects. Say for, getting equipment, machines, even, putting a lab in place, even, getting patents, recipes, know-hows, experience. These key resources are pivotal. Just to even say, for example, you have mentors and advisors that you can tap in with that can help you get these resources. It's very important because at the end of the day, say for example, for me, the first 4 to, I guess you could say, even 5 years, my business was really struggling and still kind of is, but we're starting to grow. But at the same time, that's going to happen for a lot of businesses and has happening for, forever. So you're probably going to experience the same thing too. So you want to be more prepared so that way you can withstand the storms that your business is going to have, because you're not going to want to take money from your business once you first get started. You want to keep reinvesting that money into the business and saving as much as you can, so that way you can, do bigger and better projects in order to bring in more money. Number 8, key partners. You can't be on your own forever. Even if you do have a one-person type business, you're going to need advisors, mentors, support organizations, a chamber of commerce, a lawyer, an accountant. You're even going to have solid employees in each sector and level of your business in order to, make sure that, things are working and, people are, things are coordinated for your success. Number 9 is cost structure, and this is the final one. These are, your major revenue eating activities. What are your major, costs? Capital expenditures and, cost of goods sold, are utilizing economies of scale. Is your business capital or, labor intensify? What are your, fixed costs and viable costs? This part should be a snapshot of what your cost structure should be. Because see, the thing is that there's so many things that are going to go on with your business. You're going to have to, say, for example, with fashion, you're going to have to, develop the product. You're also going to have to promote the product. And then also you're going to have to either deliver the product or have a space where people can pick up the product. So, or you're already going to be spending a lot of money no matter what anybody tells you about, starting a fashion brand with no money. It's not impossible, because you're going to have to first provide, the clothes, get, a business license. Then on top of that, even if you do pre-orders and you get money, in, you're still going to have to use that money to, ship out. So it's definitely a process, but at the end of the day, you're going to want to know how your business structure is set up, so that way you know the costs and you know everything that is going on with your business without even looking at your budget. This is important, and this is going to be pivotal to your success, because when you have money in your pocket, you're able to do things on a consistent basis. This is something that I learned. Doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have $400 each week in your pocket, or maybe even $150 in your pocket each week. But at the end of the day, as long as you have that in your pocket for your business, you'll be able to do great things. So keep visualizing your purpose. Put a solid plan together. Do the research, strategize, and execute, and your visions and goals will come to you. Keep visualizing. I'm out.